So I am recording this right in the middle of a Morgan Callipy stream. So you better be appreciative that I'm doing this. So I am gonna tell the difference between a Pringle and a Stax. You see, the Pringles are a lot thinner than the Stax. I don't know if you can see this, but they are thinner. I don't know if you can see this on film, but it is thinner. The curve is also a lot more drastic. And I measured it too with a protractor. It's more of a 45-degree curve compared to a Stax, which is a 30-degree curve. So this is a lot more curvier than this. But the thing is that the size is still the same. It's just the curve and the thickness is different. But on the packages itself is also pretty fascinating. So it says on Pringles, of course they're crisps because they're not actual potatoes, they're like confined. But it says 150 calories. This is reverse, but it says 150 calories, about 15 crisps. But Stax, it says as 140. And you'd be like, oh, then Stax is healthier. Well, no, this is about 12 crisps. So it's actually the same amount of calories. It's just a marketing ploy. So they say, hey, we're healthier. You should buy us instead. But also fascinating, it's just the bottles itself, the packaging. Because this is a straight up just cylinder, Like, straight up cylinder. And they're, actually, I think the Pringles can is like a millimeter higher, actually. It's like, it's just a millimeter higher. Let me see if I can. It's like that. Yeah, that's like a millimeter higher. But the Stax can, it has a wider opening. And then it shrinks down to have a wider base. Now, we do the hand test, though. This is without putting any force. This is how far this goes in. Without going any force, this is how far this goes in. But you can see that the Pringles is a little farther in. But if I put force, it's a lot easier to get in it. Is it all? Yeah. Because I think the opening is supposed to be like, oh, you can put your hand in there easier. But the thing is, this opening is the same as this opening. But then this shrinks down to more like a squeezed size. So, that's pretty fascinating, I might say myself. So, yes, that's the difference between the Stax and the Pringles. It's the thickness, the curve. This is a 45. This is a 30. Wait, let me check again. I don't think it was 45. Was it 45? No, 40, my bad. 40 versus 30. This is 40 and this is 30. And this is a lot more thicker. So when you stack them, they don't exactly work because of course they're not the same brand, but they're both pretty good. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I will now resume to watching VTubers.